all across Nevada have stories to tell. Silver ore was discovered right here in 1900. This would become one of the most successful mining districts, producing almost $121 million between 1900 and 1921. But for many towns, it was boomtown to ghost town. So after a look around here, we're headed further into the Nevada backcountry to explore ghost towns in a mining district dating back to 1865. When this steel tube was originally installed, it was flush with the surface. However, after the government detonated a nuclear bomb 3,200 feet below the ground, the surrounding ground collapsed, leaving the steel tube almost 7.5 feet above ground. Now on to our first ghost town. For some reason, we chose the most difficult route. The trail was washed out, overgrown, steep hill climbs, and off-camber sections. Eventually, we made it. Gold and silver were first discovered here in 1867, and by 1872 it had a post office, and by 1909 the town was abandoned. The total production of ore was less than $500,000. With so much mining activity back in the day, they needed a way to process the ore. Scattered throughout the canyon are charcoal kilns. "3,500 acres of pinyon pine trees were burned to feed the kilns. The kilns made of brick were used between 1877 and 1879. Each one filled with 45 cords of wood at a time. These stone kilns were built in 1872. This is where day one ends. This ghost town we are passing through was first discovered in 1868. At one time, about 50 people lived here. It had 2 saloons and a post office. It faded away by 1885, but the area was mined off and on up to the early 1980s. There are some old ruins that remain. We continue up the canyon searching for our final ghost town. Passing over the mountain, we found this old stone cabin. It made a great place for lunch. Then we were back on the road to our final destination. A few residents still call this place home. Once had a population of about 1,000 people, home to saloons, a post office, a bank, and a school. By 1881, only about 100 people remained. Some small mining took place between 1942 and 1945. As always, thank you for watching. We do hope you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't like the video, make sure to smash the thumbs down button twice to ensure we really get the message.
The devil, the pitchfork.
Yep.